What is up, Sea of Thieves community? I'm not going to touch this freaking mic because it makes noise. What is up, Sea of Thieves community? It's your boy, Pink W Kid, back with another commentary video. Today we are talking microtransactions, just in time for Black Friday. This comes to my attention after I saw this tweet talking about the golden sales that they are selling on the Microsoft Store. That's different. Usually it's cosmetics in this game are bought in game with gold or doubloons or in the Emporium, but now you can buy something in the Microsoft Store. That's different. And the first thing I thought was, man, there are going to be a lot of people complaining about this. And I was right. You look at the replies on Twitter, you see things like this. Joe said he wants people to spend within their means. Too expensive, like all of things in the Pirates Emporium. They should have made them $1. They would have sold more. Yes, they would have sold more, but would they have made the same amount of money? I don't know. I'm not a economics major. And then you got this guy. I like them, but $8 for one sale is pretty steep. Yeah, everything is going to seem steep because everything you've gotten up until this point, besides the couple sales that they've had in the Emporium, everything up until this point has been free. So of course, yes, $7.99. It's going to seem like a lot in comparison to $0 that you've been getting for all the other sales previously. Looks nice, but your microtransactions are overpriced. We'll get to that in a minute, Sir Lucas One. We'll get to that in a minute. $6.69. I'll pass. Cool design though. And then you got this guy, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Now, one thing I'll say about the Sea of Thieves community that kind of annoys me is they're a little too entitled. They think that they're entitled to free cosmetics. They're entitled. We shouldn't have to pay this much. We shouldn't have to pay. And it was the same. It's the same thing on Reddit. Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? $7.99 for sales? Is this a joke? That moment when you realize Sea of Thieves refers to the devs and not to the players? Haha, so funny. You know, because the devs are stealing from us now. Except for the fact that there's no stealing going on. You're giving them money. They're giving you an item. No stealing going on here. Are they forcing you to buy them? Are they putting you at gunpoint? No. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I want to go back to this idea of the Sea of Thieves community being entitled to free cosmetics or very inexpensive cosmetics. I want to go into this by looking at some other games. If we just go into the Twitch categories of games, you can see there's a bunch of games here. You got League, you got CSGO, Fortnite, Dota, FIFA, Sea of Thieves is even on here. Apex Legends, Overwatch. Most of the big games today all have microtransactions. It's just how it is. If you want to look cool in a game, you gotta pay. That's just how it is. Yes, a lot of these games have ways to get cosmetics for free, but most of the time, if you want to look cool, you have to pay money. Now, Sea of Thieves is the one exception. If you want to look cool in game, you don't have to spend a dime. But when all of a sudden, when they add a couple items in the Emporium and one item on the Microsoft Store, people flip out because they have to all of a sudden pay money for items. When in reality, most games you play, you have to pay money. An example of this is when I ran into this guy in a public server playing MVM in Team Fortress. And in between waves, you get a little break. And this guy took a break, and he wasn't back. And we were waiting for him. And he said, "Sorry, I'll be back in a minute. I'll ready up. I'm in the middle of this trade." So okay. And I knew he was like a big-time trader in the community. And he comes back, and he has this new hat on. And I said, I just saw that hat. Where did I see that hat? Oh, I saw it on this website, marketplace.tf. and it was going for something like $2,000. So I'm like, he either bought it or he unboxed it, and he got super lucky. But it said he traded for it, which he traded with the bot or whatever on this. And I asked him about it, and I said, dude, like, I just saw that on marketplace.tf. And he said, yeah, not anymore. This guy just spent $2,000 or something like that on a hat, a virtual hat. And it was actually very similar to this head prize, except it was a different effect. $2,000. So you get an idea of how much people are willing to spend on virtual items. And from a dev's point of view, I feel like if people are willing to spend money, real money, on virtual items, wouldn't you make them? Wouldn't you sell those virtual items? I know I would. And again, this is not just for Team Fortress. You know, if you go to the marketplace, you can see a bunch of other items. You can't see the history, but if you go to Steam, these are a pair of gloves that I pulled up on the marketplace. Really sick looking gloves. I'm not too much into CSGO, but these are really cool looking. And you look at the history, you can see who spent what. Someone spent $1,100 here for these gloves. Someone spent $1,000 here. $1,000 here, 1,100 here, 1,100 here. People are willing to spend lots of money for virtual items in a game. And they're willing to do this because of something. It's this concept of what's called luxury goods. Bright screen incoming. Bright screen. Luxury goods, if you don't know, this is just a definition here, are products that are not essential. They're not like milk. They're not like eggs. But are highly desired and associated with wealthy people. They're bought for several reasons: to support self-worth and status, and for the product's quality and craftsmanship. So these sales, they're not I don't consider them a luxury good because of their quality or their craftsmanship, because it probably took just as long to make those sales as it took to get to make sales, some other sales in game. But I would say that they're a luxury good because it supports someone's self worth or someone's status. Someone's status, like, oh, look at me, I have these sales, I'm cool. You don't have these sales, you're not as cool as me, get on my level. So that's this whole idea of luxury goods, and people are willing to buy them. And at the same time, with this whole idea of it being in the store and not in the Emporium, I feel like it's almost better, because with the Emporium, you have to have what? You have to have ancient coins. So you have to buy ancient coins, then you have to use the ancient coins to buy items. But then you have leftover ancient coins, right, that you can't really spend unless you buy more ancient coins. So it's kind of annoying. Now, if I wanted to buy something in game, this is not just Sea of Thieves, this is other games like Team Fortress. If I wanted to buy it, I would just spend the cash, buy the item. Right? If you look at all these other games on Twitch, I'm pretty CS:GO, a lot of unboxing. Dota, I'm pretty sure has unboxing. FIFA has unboxing. Apex Legends, I did some unboxing. Overwatch definitely has unboxing. Team Fortress 2 has unboxing. So that's one way you can get items. Sea of Thieves doesn't have that. So if you want to buy items, you know what you're getting. In these other games, you don't know what you're getting, right? So therefore, it's going to be a little less expensive. So I just think overall, Sea of Thieves community needs to take a chill pill. They need to realize, hey, one item on the Microsoft Store or a handful of items in the Emporium is not the worst thing in the world when you compare it to these other games where you don't necessarily know what you're getting, and you're spending way more money in these games, and the majority of the items, the cosmetics in Sea of Thieves, are free anyways. So stop complaining. Um, Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Check out my stream, subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff. Link in the description. Appreciate you guys watching. If you see anyone on the seas, on Twitter, on Reddit, complaining about this, send them this video. Maybe it'll give them a new perspective that they hadn't thought of before. So I will catch you later. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a bunch.